Hey, what is up, mortals? It is Rosalio Turbiartes here with a new video for you. In this deep dive, we'll dive into the longest running animes ever made. I just wanted to greet you guys by saying, just sit back and relax, you're in for a treat. So, let's get started. People like long things. The Sandwich? Long vacations? Long anime titles? So it's no surprise that some of the best anime or most popular ones are the ones that take place longer than your average 12 episode. Oh my god, it's Owlboy behind a fire strike in June and I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Slice of life animes. Today, we are talking about the longest animes that some are still, believe it or not, still airing. Animes normally run on 12 episodes or 22 episodes. Only the selected few get the privilege and high ranking of being dragged out for 2 decades with 10 movies. At number 16, wow, I didn't expect this. We have One Piece! If this is your first deep dive video, then hi, don't forget to subscribe to our channel! If not, then you already know that we have a lot of One Piece videos. One Piece is a staple here in We the Celestials with 1,000 episodes. It's no surprise that there's a lot to cover from the series. Though, it is still surprising that the anime that is often considered the longest anime ever ranks 16th. It's the only reason why we started the list at 16th because our writer wouldn't let us make the longest anime without One Piece in it. Writer's note, worth it. One Piece started airing in October 1999. And ever since has been a consistent series running for more than 2 decades. Created by Eiichiro Oda, a friend of the channel. Well, our friend. He probably doesn't even know us. Oda, notice us! One Piece has been considered as the longest anime ever, even though it's not solely for the fact that it has over 1,000 episodes. And is the most popular anime in that range. Number 15 is Case Closed. At first, I had a hard time figuring out what this series was because for some reason I refused to click the link, but it hit me that it was Detective Conan. Since most people would just refer to the anime as Conan, or what I remember it as, Detective Conan. Detective Conan is a detective anime about a boy named Shinichi Kuro, a high schooler who transformed into his younger self and took up the name Conan Edogawa to avoid suspicion of others. To avoid spoilers, we won't go much into depth about it, but at its core, it's a Monster of the Week style anime that's dashed with some ongoing mysteries and plot details about a bigger story. Conan first started airing in 1996, a wide enough gap between it and One Piece to secure the 15th spot. Fun fact, Case Closed or Detective Conan aired in Adult Swim for a brief span in 2003 but was discontinued to the lack of popularity. Unrelated, but our writer just learned that Adult Swim airs in the same channel that Cartoon Network airs, but at night. Oh, you can imagine his face. Sad and unamused. In Japan, however, Detective Conan was a massive hit as merchandise and anime. Conan sells well. People need to remember that when the Avengers Endgame was out, almost every country had it as their most watched movie during that time. For Japan though, Detective Conan was their most watched. Conan beats Thanos. Number 14, just one less than 15, Crayon Shin-chan. The first of many anime on this list that will make casual anime fans go, oh, indulging me. Crayon Shin-chan is an anime series totaling with 1100 plus episodes and starting airing its anime series back in 1992. What started off as just a spin-off of a character magazine quickly overlooked that magazine and became one of the longest and most successful anime stories in Japan. What a Chad. The series revolves around a 5-year-old named Shin Chan as he goes through his filled with comedy and sexual themes. By that, it means adult humor. Shin-chan was incredibly popular in Japan, amassing his own subway that has his face painted on it, and a crossover with Kamen Rider. For those who didn't grow up with the dopest of the dope, Kamen Rider, it's basically Power Rangers but with mortars. Actually, just a thought, is there actually a Kamen Rider anime? Okay, let's see. Is there a Kamen Rider anime? Crayon Shin-chan will have been transported to more western countries but will not reach the same success it did in Japanese market. Hey, at least it got a 7.75 in my anime list. Number 13, Doraemon 2005. Okay, this is where it gets a little confusing because originally Doraemon itself was a separate series. However, Doraemon 2005 is its own anime series as it differentiates itself from the original Doraemon series. Even though Doraemon is a separate series, Doraemon 2005 earns a respectable 1,217 episodes and is still ongoing. Props for any anime that goes on for 1,000 episodes. I can't even finish a 12 episode anime without starting another 12 episode anime, which in turn starts another 12 episode anime. Doraemon! Who doesn't know Doraemon premiered on Disney XD for crying out loud? That's when you know you've made it. Originally started in 2005, Doraemon 2005, wow, creative name guys. This is probably the Doraemon most of us grew up with. Or most people know of is a more traditional adaptation of the original manga, which presents Doraemon, a cat-like futuristic being that met Nobita, who then took Doraemon as a family pet. Imagine your cat just being this future ultra powerful being that just summons things when you need them. Mine just summons me when it needs food. Doraemon 2005 has constantly produced at the average of at least 32 episodes in the span of its runtime, which is still airing, may I remind you. Doraemon became a worldwide hit because of its appeal to viewers, and it was aired on Disney XD for crying out, even having its own movie too. Number 12. This one is quiet, mysterious. Number 12 is an anime from 1970. It's Monoshiri Daigaku Ashita no Calendar. The mysterious thing about it is there is no little footage of the whole series. Even though there's a recording of 1,200 episodes under its belt, the whole series itself is considered a part of lost media. There's only a single episode that has been recovered, and that's it. 1,200 episodes. That's really surprising that it's even considered as one of the longest animes ever, made despite the most series being gone. Due to this, we can't really tell or go in much detail with the series itself, though various lost media fandoms and articles have tried searching for the series, and if it interests you, try and go give them a help. Maybe then we could have a Monoshiri Daigaku Ashita no Calendar deep dive. The lost episodes. Since it honestly looks like a good anime with all the source information around it, in the depths of lost media. With all these obscure animes, it's fun when you just want to sit down, relax, and watch some good old classics on your streaming sites. But then you realize the horror, the terror. Spirited Away isn't available in my country! This video is sponsored by NordVPN. Staying safe online is an ever-growing difficulty and hackers could exploit you. NordVPN allows you to change your IP address, making you harder to track, securing your privacy. In addition to providing you safe passage through the web, you can also expand reach of your favorite streaming services. Are you tired of going through 2, 3, or even 4 streaming services to watch your favorite anime? Well, with NordVPN, you can change your country and be able to binge shows like My Hero Academia, Naruto, and many others on your favorite streaming service with just the press of a button. Check out the link in the description and get 72% off when buying 2 years, $3.29 a month. This deal is limited time. And thank you to NordVPN for sponsoring this video. Number 10 plus 1. Going to some more or less mysterious stuff, number 11 is Chibi Maraku-chan boasting a whopping 1,300 episodes. There's a theme going on with this list. Most of it are just traditional anime cartoons that would last so long it eventually fills up to the top 10 spots. Most of the animes, including this one, are just your average little kid slice of animes that'll run for about 5 minutes, to your standard 20 minutes for an anime with a few specials here and there. Nothing wrong with that. But you know, writing a top 16 anime series that has 1,000 plus episodes gets a little stale when every other series is just kid-ass family goes through life. Just ask our writer what he thinks about all this. Sad and unamused. But I get why these animes are the longest running ones. It's a good family-friendly anime that every person can watch, and tags light-hearted comedy that can sketch its stories for a long time. So as far for the series itself, Chibi Maraku-chan, in its core, it's just what I just described. A little girl, Maruko, who's a troublemaker and is going through her everyday life. Again, not the most exciting Pirate King or Magic Cat from the future anime, but I can't really say anything about it. It's just a good family-friendly anime. Oh yeah, It also has 16 games. How do you produce that many games from a little girl that just goes through life? It has 16! 16! And the latest one was fairly recent. And even on mobile! Yeah, the formula for the little kid slice of life really is popular. Number 10. Okay, top 10. Now give me something exciting. Hoka Hoka Kazoku is a 5-minute series. Oh, dang. Hoka Hoka Kazoku is not your traditional anime per se. Kind of like that calendar anime. Both of which being bumpers, if you will. Never really a proper traditional series, but more like videos and just usually last 5 minutes per episode. The Wikipedia states that there was no actual plot for the series, but was more of an educational channel that mixed both live action and animated. The anime series itself was to promote Japanese modern life and was sponsored by the office of the Prime Minister of Japan itself. Talk about some big backers. Boasting 1400 plus episodes, which ran from 1976 to the 80s. In a span of 4 years, they took the top 10 in the longest anime ever made, considering it's 5 minutes per episode. It's kinda supposed to not be a traditional anime in the first place, though it still counts. Next on the list is manga Nippon Mukashi Bunashi. Wow, that was a mouthful. Okay, now we're back to a kind of more traditional anime, but also kind of not. With almost 1500 episodes, manga Nippon Mukashi Bunashi is a series depicting Japanese folktales, and such each episode being 20 minutes long, comprised of 2 10-minute stories revolving around Japanese myths, stories, and folktales. Airing from 1976 to 1994, the animation meanwhile is what you expect from an anime in the 80s. But personally, I think the limitations of its art style and animation helps with the sort of folklore vibe the series is obviously going for. Nothing too exciting here, as it's mainly just Japanese folklore animations. And just to clarify, no, I don't think Japanese folklore is boring. I mean, look at the title of the first episode, The 1-Inch Man. That's some good quality there. No, what I mean is that there's not really much else to tackle here. It's literally just folklore depicted in animation. And can I just say, Japan must have some really creative kids. Look at all these. 1500 plus folklore that kids possibly grew up watching. The closest thing I watched that had this much fantasy in it was about a green dragon that could grant 2 wishes when certain orbs are gathered and form into a singular place. Yes, the show was Dragon Ball. Kirin Ashita no Calendar is next on the list, and it's another lost media. I swear, almost every anime on this list is something weird or has a catch. Though Kirin Ashita no Calendar is considered a lost media, we can still have some info, even some pictures of the show. The Lost Media Wiki has done a fantastic job showing the source information about the series, and I encourage everyone to go check them out as seeing this anime, which has a huge impact on the longest anime list. It's just neat when, or even if it's ever found. The show itself is hosted by a cat called Cathay and their little mouse friend. The episodes themselves were never outside of Japan, which may be the reason why it's considered lost due to its massive 1,498 episodes, and only airing for about 5 minutes per episode. The series started airing in 1980 to 1984. Impressive how it managed to fit 1,000 episodes in that time span. Kirin Ashita no Calendar was said to be a sequel of sorts of to another series. And fun fact, it has only 4 episodes above the previous item, Manga Nippon. Kiri no Morishiri Yakata was said to be a prequel for Kirin Ashita no Calendar, which is also the next item of our list. Segues are amazing. Though Kirin no Moshiri Yakata has a larger amount of episodes, there's fewer information about it, as the only information can be easily found. It's that it's hosted by the same host as the previous item, Cathay and the Mouse, and has 1,560 episodes, with the episodes all being 5 minutes in length, and from what our writer could find, it shows viewers historical places. The show was again never aired outside of Japan from its original airing, explaining the scarce information we have from it. If I had a nickel for every time our longest anime is lost media, I've had 3 so far. It's few, but I'd be surprised why it happened 3 times already. With all these animes being lost media or just 5-minute bumpers for commercials, we could really use some animes with more details. I regret my last statement. Anpanman! You might recognize the name from that one boy band group that made a song about him. If not, then allow me to indulge you. Anpanman might as well deserve his own video based on the fact that he's so important to the pop culture of Japan and its media. I mean, just to give you a proper overview, Hello Kitty, yes, Hello Kitty was overthrown by Anpanman in 2002 regarding Japan's top grossing characters. Just think of that. Hello Kitty got beaten by a red pastry man! Anpan meaning red pastry bun in Japan. So it's literally red pastry man. Catchy, ain't it? Anpanman was said to be inspired by, well, a red pastry. The story goes back in World War II. The creator Takashi Yanase was faced with starvation many times, and the food he wanted? A red pastry bun. Now that's an origin story. It started off as a picture superhero book series in 1973 by author Takashi Yanase, and was later adapted to the anime we know and love today. Anpanman's popularity has resulted into 33 full-length movies, 25 shorts, 32 Christmas specials, and 42 video games. Anpanman really is a mascot for the family-friendly algorithm. I mean, 32 Christmas specials? I must say, now that's a Christmas tradition. Anpanman also hosts a flurry of characters such as Uncle Jam, Botakao-san, Curry Panman, Shuko Panman, Melon Pana, Raw Pana, Cream Panda, and everyone's favorite, the memorable cheese. I swear it's a character. Fun fact, Anpanman not only inspired hit songs, but also hit anime One Punch Man. Which, yeah, I see the resemblance. Honestly, we could make Anpanman its own video due to how large its effect on the media of anime and pop culture. So we'll leave it here right now. Just know that cheese is a real character name. Okay? Número 5.
That's 5 in Spanish. Our writer is so clever.
He made me say that. Though this may seem like cheating, but at number 5 we have Doraemon Original this time. Though we did tackle Doraemon earlier, but that was 2005. This, however, is Doraemon. Just Doraemon. The original Doraemon series ran for 1,087 episodes, putting it far above the 2005 reboot. The reason why it's here and not with the 2005 is that it's technically, they're still a different series because of the change in the titles. It's kinda cheap, but if we did put the two Doraemons together, it could easily take up the top 5 spots still, and we have a very different list if we did combine all the different titles in a single franchise. Apologies, Pokemon. I mean, why do you have to change your name every time a new set of Pokemon comes out? Oh yeah, never mind. Doraemon is a futuristic cat that helps out the family that adopted him through wacky inventions from the future. It keeps almost, if not the same plot as the 2005 version, with the admin difference being this one is Doraemon. Just Doraemon. Apparently this Doraemon was a sequel to the original Doraemon from the 1973 version. So we have Doraemon 1973, Doraemon 1979, Doraemon 2005. Can't wait for Doraemon 2079, A Rift in Time. Number 4 is Oyaku Club, with 1,818 episodes. Oyaku Club is a slice of life anime that has a public domain of Wolfgang Mozart as an intro. Apologies, my inner 5th grade musician got hyped. But literally, their intro is a song by Mozart called Rock Mel. Amadeus, that's also copyright free. Using a copyright free song of a historical musician, now that's a futuristic technology. Speaking of futuristic technology, Oyaku Club is an anime that revolves around a slice of life series about a Rampa the alien, and Loon, who is also an alien, that joins a human family. So, a futuristic alien type creature comes to a modern day Japan and gets adopted by a family? Make the aliens a blue cat and BAM! We have a Doraemon 279 from Rift in Time just like that. Oyaku Club, also meaning Child's and Parent Club, ran from 1993 to 2013 from the animation studio Aiken. Oyaku Club has had a successful run before the end of the series, though not as popular as fellow 1,000 episode Anpanman and others that usually run 1,000 episodes. Oyaku Club still attracts a quite an audience in Japan, even if we're just looking at how many times it was produced. It must have been doing something correctly. We're finally at the top 3! Hooray us! And also, you human who's watching this video, Ojarumaru takes up the third spot of our longest anime list with 1947 episodes. Ojarumaru, which is aired from the NHK, which we will get to later on more. Honestly, Ojarumaru takes up some wacky turns in the story, but the main story is that Ojarumaru came from the noble family. 1,000 years ago, before the three demons grabs a family heirloom only to be taken by Ojarumaru, which then transports him into the present time. So what you're saying is that this series is an isekai, but a bad one. I mean, I feel bad for Ojarumaru, being a noble man and with his noble family hanging out with fairies and deities and getting transported to a not so noble present time where he has to fit being from a family of literal monarchy. On second thought, the plot might actually really be fascinating. Even though getting transported from a noble family of the past to a not so exciting present time, Ojarumaru looks like he's really having fun as the series is still ongoing, and still makes up some special episodes that get their own spin on, or parodies famous such as stories as The Boy Who Cried Wolf and other noble stories. Nintama Rantaro is the second longest series that was also aired in the NHK. So NHK releases or broadcasts two of the three largest anime ever made. That's a Giga Chad business move. Ninja Boy Rantaro in English is about a boy and his friends attending a ninja school. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Although for such a simple premise, the character list for the show stretches out significantly, as there's characters being casted from a first year to a 6th year of students, all with their voice actors with specific descriptions. I assume they aren't throwaway characters either, and much of the characters listed has been their own trait and personality. What? You think a writer will watch all 2,000 episodes just to know if Hachisaemon Taike, a Form Filthy Year class, is the same energetic person that Wikipedia says so as he is in the anime? Well, I've got good news for you. No, he didn't watch all 2,000 episodes. Now you're probably sad and unamused. Oh yeah, it has 2,061 episodes too. I mean, Nintama Rantaro, despite it being the second longest running anime, only has 2 films, of which being a live action one, not as the same as the Anpan, who has 32 Christmas specials. The series itself is really what we just said. A ninja going to ninja school and trying to be, well, a ninja. I guess it really hit Japan considering it lasted this long. And it's usually still airing. So who knows, we might get to see a third movie in the works, where, I don't know, he graduates from the school? Wonder which releases first, Doraemon 279 or him graduating from this. Whichever comes first, I know I ain't betting on it being One Piece. Actually, I think no one is beating this next item. And number 1, the longest running anime ever made. Above every shonen slice of life. Anime has come and go, and one remained at the top. Satan! Yeah, that's it. The longest anime ever made is about a family that is also a slice of life. I mean, I think it's nice and all after all that wacky, obscure animes that we've tackled on the list. All the mysteries and missing animes, I think it's nice and satisfying that we end this list with an anime that represents a family that just goes through life. There's something fitting that the longest anime ever made isn't over-the-top, power-based anime, or the heart-wrenching anime that we usually watch, but more of a show that you watch for just the fun of it. Sazae-san started out as a comic strip in 1942, and was so popular it later got a TV adaptation in 1969, and it never stopped airing since. It's nice and zen in a way that a modern family after World War II in Japan is portrayed as said so by its plot description. I think this is a really nice way to cut off the list with Sazae-san with the series of 7,000 episodes. What the f? Thank you all for indulging yourselves in all of this information thus far. I really hope you enjoyed it. Now there are a few things I'd like to go over before the video ends. Firstly, if you're in the mood for some great storytelling, we the Celestials have got you covered. Our We the Celestials, My Hero Academia, and Naruto What If channels retell their stories from the namesake anime with a twist. Check it out if you're interested. Secondly, on behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank everyone involved in the production of today's awesome content. Their details can be found in the description below. Lastly, if you're interested in what we do here at We the Celestials, then I'd like to extend you an invitation to join our team. The only caveat being is that we only accept members from 16 and up to join our crew. You can sign up for whichever category fulfills your interest by using the recruitment Discord using the link in the description below. We're always looking forward for new members to join us. Well, that's it from us from today's video. So thank you for watching and have a great day.